We are live every week, every single video I do on Wednesdays. I have this technological issue beforehand, but welcome to the Wednesday LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook Live, the Entrepreneur. I'm Jody Barber, and today I have a new and who has become a dear friend, Moyra Gorski. And we have been our worlds. I think that we crossed paths through the LinkedIn Method Academy. Is that how we?
I believe so.
Okay,
I think so.
We have so many mutual connections, and Moyra, I'm going to let you introduce yourself and share, what it is that you do, who do you help, and how do you help them? Tell us a little bit about that. And then today I'm really excited because Moyra and I are going to actually have a conversation around passive income streams, what they are, what the options are, and why you should consider developing one, especially in the state of this economy. So please introduce yourself.
Yes. Well, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here. I love to do all these live things. And we connected through the LinkedIn Academy, and I'm a retired nurse. I am a practical nutrition advisor, mom of four. For the last 23 years, I've been hanging out in the wellness space. And I'm actually been hanging out being a mom, raising my kids, but found, which we're going to talk about, found a way to live a healthier life, help my kids, my family be healthier. And because of that, I learned about a brand of products that helped. And so I decided that while I was being a mom, that I might not only help my family, but I would help some other people that I met along the way. And it's just like, hey, that's the way it started. And it really was just this small, I guess, way of starting my own business. But I'm so passionate today about just really educating people on how we can make healthy choices, how we can make choices today that are going to impact the way that we feel in a very positive way. And so I really help people kind of break through that confusion. There's so much out there in regards to the wellness world. So I really help people break through that confusion, navigate their way to figure out what's going to be best for them if they want to try to live a healthier life or make some natural choices or, just make some changes so that they can feel and look their absolute best. And I work with a lot of women entrepreneurs, although I also help a lot of families. A lot of my kids played hockey. And so I have a lot of families that I've helped with sports things and stamina and, we watched the Stanley Cup, last night and all of that. And, but really what I do, again, I'm partnered with a wellness company, a wellness brand. And so I do help people navigate through what's the right choices for supplementation. What's the best choice for skincare, for green cleaners. So I represent the Shackley product line. And so I do help people make choices of which products to use there. But also along with that, because it's not just about, as I've said forever, it's not just about pills and cleaners. I can sell you pills and cleaners, but it's not just about that. It's about what habits are you going to create around those products or those things. If it's getting up in the morning and having a morning routine and working out or sitting outside and meditating or listening to a podcast, it's creating those habits that we can, get into the habit of doing, be it taking a product or reaching out to a friend or getting better sleep. It's all about those habits and the things that we're doing each and every day that can really, impact us in a positive or negative way. But I'm all about the positive and how you can really live your best life, look and feel your absolute best.
Yes, that's amazing. Well, I know that this is totally just external, but you look amazing And
Thank you.
so whatever you're doing is working.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I mean, and that's what I tell people. I appreciate that. I get compliments often about, I'm almost 60 years old. I feel great. I feel like I look great. I'm very humble,
Yes.
but it's no magic what I do. That's what I tell people. Like, it's no magic. There's no magic elixir. I don't get into some magic tank to sleep in overnight so that I can, whatever. But that's why I tell people, like, you can, you may not people are like, oh, could I have hair just like yours? Like, my hairdresser says, no, probably not. I mean, whatever, that's probably a genetic thing, but I get a lot of compliments on my hair and my haircut. But there are it's no magic. You can do the same thing too. And that's why I say you can. That's why I started helping people. I'm like, wow, I'm learning. And that's kind of that's the society we're in. Like, there was a new Harry Carey restaurant that opened in our town. Like, everybody was talking about it. All of a sudden there's a new, shoe store in town, or there's a new boutique that sells these awesome earrings, and we all talk about it. So that's what we get a chance to do. And that's what I show people, because I do help people live healthier lives, but in regards to secondary streams of income, or, I also help to mentor that entrepreneur to say, hey, if I can do it, like, you can do it. Like, I had no business background. I have a bachelor's in nursing. I went to a great liberal arts school. I got a great education, but it wasn't in business. It was it was around helping people. And so if I can do it, if I can grow a business, learn this industry, then you can too. And that's what is exciting. And I really like to share that with other people, along with, again, those healthy habits of how we can live and, live well.
I love that. So tell me a little bit, because you have partnered with your company. You've been a part of this company for 23 years, which I just have to say really quickly, I have noticed a trend, especially in the network marketing, social selling space, where there is not a lot of longevity when people are not seeing instant results. So first of all, I just want to commend you for how you have stuck it out and stayed the course. And obviously you are reaping the benefits financially, relationally, in your health, even in just knowing how you've been able to help people in multiple facets of their life. So that's incredible. So will you talk a little bit about your journey, especially what you've learned along the way in developing passive and residual income through the opportunity of social selling?
Yeah. Thank you. It is. I mean, it's true. I've been involved for 23 years in this industry, and it is so different today. I mean, there was a few companies, or at least a few well-known companies back then. And we used to have to try, and there was a lot of eye rolling and all that when we said that we were involved in, but there's so many other companies. And it's spot on. People are looking for instant results. And albeit that it's great to get instant results, like, those are usually not long lasting. And, I've learned that, again, as I found that I felt better as a young mom, busy mom, and I started to make some of those changes that my girlfriend recommended. I met, one of the girls that I hung out with. Our kids played in childcare at the health club. We got to know each other while we worked out, and we dried our hair by the mirror. I was sharing my tales of woe of me being exhausted, and my oldest son just having allergies like all the time. And God forbid he got sick. It was just this downward spiral. And she started to say, well, try these things, try these products, change your cleaning products, like all these things that were pretty foreign to me. But I also didn't like what the doctor said. The doctor said, just put him on an allergy med every day.
Right.
And that didn't make sense.
Yeah.
But, so I decided to give it a try. Things started to work. He started to feel better. He said that he could stay awake at school now. He wasn't so tired. I mean, amazing. He said when he was 5, I said, do you think that these pills are helping you? And he was like in first grade at the time. And he said, yeah, it helps me keep my eyes open during the day. Pretty significant. But I was feeling better. And then I started to, and the gal that told me about the company that I'm partnered with, I mean, we are best friends today. We just really pretty much started, we raised our kids together, we built businesses together. And so we started to learn more and want to learn more. And so there were regional meetings and different gatherings and stuff. And so we started to go to those. And I started to see this picture of like this life that these people had created.
Yeah.
Not just, okay, they made some money and, you know, they helped people, but they had this lifestyle, this freedom, this like ability to travel, and they had built a second house and like those kind of things. And I really, as every time I would go to these meetings and hear these stories, I'm like, wow, what if I could, like, I wanted the main focus to be a mom, but what if I could, by what I'm doing and fitting into the pockets of time that I have, what if I could start to create something that could help us in the future? My husband has a business of his own. He's done very well. So I was, again, able to stay home. We led a busy life with kids playing hockey and my daughter swimming and a marching band and all these things. So I was blessed to be able to be at home, but I saw that I could do a little bit today, but I started to see that future that was out there, that if I did a little bit and I kind of continued on with this, then there was the possibility, like what, I mean, people were retiring their husbands, or they were, you know, and they were able to travel more. They were able to see their grandkids. And I mean, this was 20 years ago and all that. So I didn't have the sights of grandkids and all that, but now I have 2 married children and like, and my husband's looking at in the next few years, perhaps, not working in his business, kind of closing his business. And so like, this is our future. So I started to see that. But I also, as I would go to these meetings, I'm like, and I would talk to my husband, I'm like, I would want to do more because that's who I am. But he's like, well, you know, I'm the main person, you know, like I'm the breadwinner, you know, that's great. That's very good. And we've got 4 kids. And so you can't like go all out with this. But I wanted to do more. And so as I started to talk to other people and ask them questions, I realized that, and even the CEO of our company, when I ran into him at a meeting and I'm like, well, I got 4 kids. So I mean, it's really hard for me to build this business. He said, no. 4 kids is 4 opportunities, right? Because we have, our children have friends, and then they have, the friends have families, or they're involved in hockey, or they're in swimming, or they're in the whatever, you know, Girl Scouts or whatever. And so he showed me that those are opportunities for me to network with those people and those families and get together and build relationships. And perhaps I could help them. And I started to see like, wow, I could do this with being a busy mom. And then, you know, as my kids got into school more, I was able to have more time to go out and network in other different groups and chambers and things like that. And so I've learned that along the way, that we can say, oh, I'm so busy and I'm involved in this. That's great, because as the more relationships you have, the more connections you have, the more that we can figure out how we can support each other, you know. And it may be that I could help somebody with their health. Maybe I could help somebody with income, but maybe they could refer me to somebody. Maybe I could refer them. You know, it was more just that I just learned to maximize, if you will, those connections, those networks that I had. When often people say, well, I couldn't have a side business and other because I just don't have the time. Well, we really do. We can find the time. And that really helped me look at things a little bit much differently than I can't do this. I can't start it now.
Right. That is so cool. And one of the things that I have, you know, because my background has been in network marketing. I'm still partnered with a company that I will say, and this is, you know, people kind of turn their noses up to network marketing when they don't understand the industry. If it were not for the income that I had built with this company over the past 3.5 years, my family would not be surviving right now financially. It has literally kept our heads above water and has given my husband and I the option to go out on our own and start businesses. And when we looked back at what I've been able to build, and, you know, I'm focusing all of my attention on my coaching business right now. But the residual income that I have built up through that 3.5 years, a lot of hard work. But that's not even 23 years of hard work. I have residual income coming in at this point that is funding my ability. It's literally funding my ability to be able to start a coaching business, because you don't start businesses for free. Even in network marketing, it's the lowest barrier to start a business out there, but it is not free. And so you have to have capital. You have to have something somewhere to fund what you want to do. It is amazing to me. It is unbelievable. And I'm like, why in the world are more people not partnering with something, especially in the day and age where a lot of companies have affiliate links and where you can get some sort of perk or reward or commission. There's so many options out there now, especially because of the online space. But network marketing, to this day, I can think of no other opportunity that affords you this sort of freedom and leverage and even just padding in your budget. And when I started, my family needed $500 a month to just make ends meet. I was able to do that really quickly. And that's all I cared about. But now, now that I'm making much more than that, as a result of the residual income that I was able to build, it's like I had no clue that Bobby and I would be stepping into the full-time entrepreneur space and that we would be dependent on that. So you just never know what it's going to grow into. And I wanted to ask you, when you started, if you could go back and talk to Moyra 23 years ago, who was kind of dipping her toes in the world of network marketing, thinking about the future, kind of intrigued, what would you say to her that now? How would you encourage her? What would you warn her about? What would you talk to her about over a cup of coffee?
There's a lot that I would say, but I wanted to, a couple of things that you said are so important. So I would talk about that the more income that you have, the more options that you have.
Yeah.
Because just like you said, because you have extra income, you're able to start a business. Because I had extra income, I was able to start a podcast and pay an editor to help me edit that podcast. And because I have extra income, because I have income, I can take ballroom dance lessons, which is a wonderful, fun hobby that I've developed. Yeah. But it's because because I had options, because I had more income, because I didn't start the business for the money, because again, we were in a good position at that point. Yeah. But I've learned that the more money that you make, the more options that you have. Yeah. But you also said, and I would have said for sure to just keep going and to know that people are going to say no, and it's not about you. Yeah. It's not really about you. It's perhaps when they say no, it's like you said, they don't understand, or it's not now. And don't take it personally, because you have to, one of the exercises that we've always done or talked about is just thinking about a deck of cards, and there's like 4 aces in there, and there's some jokers, and there's all these things that don't really mean much and things like that. So if we think about our conversations and our connections as a deck of cards, we have to keep going, and there's going to be lots of no's and jokers and things like that. And then we'll find the aces. But that Go for No book is a real game changer. And just that idea of helping other people with their dreams and their goals and focusing on them. Mm-hmm. And when we can help them earn their trips and earn their income and step away from their full-time job, reach their goals, your goals come right along with it. But it's really about focusing on others. And I really would have told her to really talk about the business. I really didn't. I didn't have that comfort level. So I just talked a lot about products and helping with their health. And I love that, because I love, again, helping people learn, because a confused mind does nothing. And it's so confusing out there. How are we supposed to figure things out I talked to somebody last night who said, I don't really know how to start what am I supposed to take for supplements? I just buy them through Amazon. I was like, oh, don't buy your
Oh.
supplements. But but I talked about that a lot, but I would have talked more. I would have told that younger version of me to really believe in the business and talk more about the business, but to
Right.
really, again, you pointed out this idea that, you've been doing this for 3 years, 4 years, and
Yeah.
it's, I never knew that, because I would say that we never know what's going to happen. I've been doing this for 23 years. Again, put a lot of time in, built an incredible business. I have an incredible team that has multiplied and duplicated. And you talk about,
Yes.
you mentioned leverage. There's an option. If you don't understand leverage, then talk to either one of us, or talk to somebody in network marketing and ask them about leverage, because you have the opportunity to do that. And I saw that happen right in front of my eyes. When
Yes.
unfortunately one of our children started to struggle with a life-threatening mental health disorder. And
Yeah.
it took so much of me and so much of my time. And I had to spend time with her and finding help for her. And it was a tough time for me and for our family. But because of the time that I put into my business and how it was duplicating and growing,
Yeah.
I didn't, like, if I was in a regular job, if I was in a nursing job or my medical set, I would have had to step away.
Yes.
But instead, my business kept growing while I was saying to my team, okay, I'm not available for this. You're going to have to call somebody else, because I had to put my time here. We don't know what's going to happen in life. And so I was so grateful. And not only did my income increase, I had this community of women that somehow found me and my team and my teammates. And we were part of this greater community of support.
Yes.
And so we don't know what's going to happen in life. And so when you do something like build something and keep building, and maybe we don't think that it's doing anything or you're that successful, you're putting the time in, because you don't know when you're going to need that money. We don't know when. And I was so grateful that even though I had to make the choice to step away to a certain extent or travel to another state to visit my daughter, I still had income, business, system set into place so that my business continued to go and grow and provide us, like you said, income, but and in addition to that, community. Because I don't know, I was in nursing. I love nursing. I love helping people. I hated all the politics. I hated all the, oh, you've been here longer. And I had to work PMs because I hadn't been there long enough to work days. And I was in medical sales. I could talk about, it's just, I don't like all of that drama. And I just, I've been part of this company. That's why I've stayed with it, because yes, the products are incredible. We have a chance to change the trajectory of somebody's life. Truly. I've had people tell me that and thank me for that. But we also are part of a family. We're part of a collective that has the same goals in mind, that we just want to provide true wellness to the world. And we want to support each other. And that's something that's rarely found in other companies and other organizations. And that's why I stay with it, because that's what I want. I want to be around people that are happy and joyful and that want to make a difference in the world. And you have, if we have the opportunity to do that in this industry.
And that's so beautiful. And, if, something else that I just want to point out, the fact that you've been a part of your company for 23 years and had a continually growing team, that speaks to the culture that you have also helped create, which is so important. But one of the things that I love about this industry, and I feel like, you always have the bad eggs, you always have the terrible, there's terrible leaders in every industry. It doesn't matter what it is. But I do think that there has been more of a pull towards helping, and network marketing is primarily women. I don't know what the stats are. It's just like astronomical amount of women are in network marketing over men, which makes sense because culturally, I think women have typically stayed home with kids more than men. So when you have like a woman come onto your team or come into a company, really focusing on like, what are her goals? And one of the big breakthroughs for me when, I was a top leader in my company, I still am, but I'm not as visible anymore because I've really shifted my focus. Well, you know what? I'm actually the perfect example of that. I had a few years where I was very visible in my company doing trainings and growing my team and doing all of this stuff. And then I made a personal decision to pivot away and to put my focus elsewhere. And I received nothing but support from the leaders that were above me in the organizational line of the company. They have cheered me on. They have supported me. They have cared that I am pursuing what I want to pursue more. I'm sure that they wished that I had been like gung-ho pedal to the metal with the company beyond that, but they have cheered me on and supported me. And I think really helping women use this opportunity as a way to serve them instead of them serving it, that is the freedom of an opportunity like this. You don't get that same freedom when you work for a boss.
No.
I actually don't even have that same freedom in my coaching business because it's all dependent on me to bring in income for my family. I don't have much leverage right now. In network marketing, you do. Like it truly is, if you can set up systems that work, if you can create a culture that is healthy, if you can give people freedom to be human beings and decide for themselves what is best for them, you are going to start to see this engine go and build and grow. And people want to be a part of that. And that's what people want. People want autonomy. They want freedom. They want choices. They want to be able to make money on their own terms. They want to be able to determine what success is for them individually. And that is, when you are in a healthy environment, that is what network marketing provides. If you have a healthy team. Yeah.
Right. If you have a healthy team. I mean, my friend, Pam and I, who started, together, that's as our team started to grow, that was a big thing.
Yes.
That we were all about, like, keep the drama out. We started Facebook groups and different groups. And like, when somebody started to complain, it's like, we would call the leader and say, get them off of there and let's talk to them separately, because if you're going to bitch, you're going to bitch up, but you're not going to bitch out to everybody. And I'm not here to say everything has been great for 23 years. There have been other companies that have come around that people have left and they've gone to the other shiny penny, and then they've left and they've caused this and ruckus. And I've always been the one that stood up and said, listen, I'm staying where I'm staying.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go forward and I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. If you're with me, come on.
Yes.
And if you're not, then go someplace else, because I know that this doesn't have it's not the environment for everybody, but if you're going to be here, we're going to be supportive. And I've learned that along the way. Again, we have to help. This can be, again, I think we think of like, okay, everybody has to be, and I'm an Enneagram 4 and 3, wing 3. I don't want to be the same. I don't want to be leading ducks in a row. I just don't like that. And I've learned that about this industry too. Like, I want to get to know you and what your goals are and what your family's like and what your situation is like. So I can, because people say, well, I can't be like you. I'm like, well, great. Nobody's going to be like me.
Yep.
But what I can do, I've been around for a long time. So if you tell me kind of what you're looking for and what, all of that, show me the picture of you. And then I can give you some recommendations of what can work for you, but know that there isn't this pressure. Like if $300 a month, like you said, is a game changer for you, I'll show you how you can create 300. If you need to create 3,000 or 10,000, or if you want to go travel and get in your RV, or like, I have a lot of gals on my team who are married to a military spouse, which God bless America. I have a young son in the Air Force, but they have, the cool thing is they talk about maximizing their networks. We've talked to them about, like, it's great. You have a business. You can move when you have to move every 3 years to another base. You get to bring that, you get to help those people on the base. And now you're helping the people over here. One of the gals said to me, she said, my husband's out serving the country. I'm able to serve people in my business. And I'm able to we had somebody start in London, and then she moved to the US, and they could have a business of significance and a community of other moms in a base where like, it was like, oh, they this one gal, she's moved like, I don't know, 13 times within 15 years of marriage. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But she's built her business and around these people that she's met along the way and she's been able to serve. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
You can't like, it's hard to do that if you're getting a traditional job. And I think again, today, you talked about the affiliate links. I'd love to just say a couple things about that. Again, I think come on, we see a new pair of shoes that we like or something, some earrings on Instagram, or like, oh, well, let's grab the link. And that's great if you're an influencer, if you can have a link and make some extra money. And I think it's great. Yeah. But we're in this society of just this instant gratification. And albeit that's a good way to get some income, especially if you find something that you like and that you're wearing it or you're showing it. But you're depending on those other people to, like maybe they'll click on the link today. Maybe they'll buy a pair of shoes today. With network marketing and direct selling. And I mean, I stay with a company that has, consumable products. So we're going to run out of our vitamins and our hair care and our, green, our cleaners and stuff. And so we have to replenish them. And so it's that's something that you can educate people on. How are you going to have a healthy home? How are you going to, and then they're going to continue to, and that's something you can build upon, not just a one-time, like, hey, one-time big sale type of thing. That's the difference between, there's just so much, there's a lot of focus on that. And again, that's great, but I don't know. I like to I love to talk about that, how we can build for the future, but also keep it simple. Like you look on some people's link trees and they have like 15 affiliate links. Okay. Well, okay. I don't know. That's kind of confusing. And it's kind of like, is that really building? Is that for today? Or is that building for the future? And that's what I love about network marketing. We can build, we can earn for today, but we can leverage that. We can share somebody else with somebody else, and then they go do it and they go do it. And we continue to reap the rewards.
Yeah. Well, and if you're an influencer, if you have the ability to generate income through a lot of affiliate links, it's because you've done the hard work to build a massive audience. If you don't have a massive audience like most of us, that is probably not the route for you. One thing that I have seen a trend in, and this is actually a large part of my network, is women who are focused on some type of health coaching. And there's like millions of variations of health coaching, and it is a booming industry right now. And so they have a health coaching service of some sort, and they've also affiliated themselves. It's almost like they treat their network marketing business as if it is their affiliate link. Mm-hmm. And I think that is so smart, because you can take a specific area where you are very passionate. And, and if I was a health coach, I would totally do this. I would have my health coaching business, which generates streams of income through working with my clients. And I would partner with a brand that I trusted to offer to those clients. And that's an additional stream of income. And then you also have the business opportunity beyond that. To me, that is just wise. It's just a smart way. And so anyone, if you are a health coach, or if you are someone who has some sort of a service-based business, there could be a company or a brand that you can partner yourself with that will generate additional streams of income, in addition to you doing, like, living out what you're the most excited to do. And I'm an affiliate with several different things, not that they're not my main streams of revenue, but it's like, as I'm coaching women, it's like, well, I recommend this tool. I recommend this. Well, you bet if they have an affiliate program, I'm sending them my link because I'm already making the recommendations. And I think what people don't realize is this is the way the world is going. Even there are big brands that are recognizing the power of personal relationships and personal recommendations. And they are creating programs where consumers can benefit financially from sharing about that brand with their friends and family. That's exactly what network marketing is. That's exactly
I was going to say, that's
is.
right. I mean, that's exactly what we do in network marketing. And, I also look to, I mean, I'm a nurse, retired nurse. I do work with, I have many people that are healthcare professionals that are on my team, functional medicine, physicians and personal trainers. And just like you said, if you're a personal trainer, I was just speaking with one about a week ago, he recommends products to take to recover after their workout, to hydrate as a pre-workout. So they're going to go buy the products anyway. And so why not recommend a brand that you trust, that you're using yourself, but that you trust, so that that client of yours is going to get great results because they're using these products that because again, there's so much out there. They're going to find it someplace anyway. So why not recommend something that you trust? And then, yes, you will get additional income for that. And it might be the shoes that you're using or whatever, but I look to partner with them, with those type of folks too, if you will. Again, that personal trainer, the nurse who, there's a lot of functional medicine, people getting, trained in functional medicine. Again, there's lots of, you can give them some type of link, but I don't know, do you trust those companies? The natural world is a very unregulated industry. And so why not, I partner with the most clinically proven wellness company, because that's what I want to make sure that these products are safe for what I recommend. So you want to find something that you trust, like you say, why not have that partnership?
Right.
Because you can add more value. A chiropractor can add more value to what they're offering that client to perhaps keep them with them longer, but then also get some additional income from those products that they recommend to their clients. It's just, it makes sense. And that's really just what we do. We just share what we know and trust and show people how they can get some additional income from that.
And usually the commission, and I just want to clear this up too, because as I have stepped more into the affiliate world, just because it's a no-brainer, it's like, well, I'm an affiliate with ConvertKit. Well, I teach a lot around email marketing and lead magnets and growing your email list. Well, of course, I'm going to recommend ConvertKit to everybody that I work with. They don't have to use it if they don't want that. I'm going to recommend it. And I do get a commission from that every time someone signs up under my link. However, the commission from my network marketing company, I make anywhere from 20 to 35% commission on products that I sell through my network marketing company. And that doesn't even count on like the residual income, unilevel commissions from my team. And so the commission is much higher with a network marketing company than it is if you have an affiliate link. In most cases, if you have an affiliate link with some of these other things that are actually just like a one-time sale. So it is so smart. If you're in any sort of wellness, anything, and those are a large majority of my clients. And those are actually a large majority of my network. If you're in any sort of a wellness providing situation, it would be worth it to at least do your research, check out Shackley, check out, some companies, research, see what you like, and then offer those products to your clients. You will be shocked at the amount of income that you can bring from that. And again, because they're consumable products, you're going to have happy customers. You're going to have happy clients that are going to keep coming back and they're going to keep buying. I have not brought on a new customer in months, and I still sell in my personal business between $1,000 to $2,000 a month in product. These are people that come back every single month and purchase over and over and over again. It is shocking to me. So it is really one of those things where you do a lot of hard work once, and then it has the potential to pay off for you over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
I just love it.
I have this one gentleman, I tell people, like, I met him through the health club. here locally. And he was part of like a healthy solutions program that we had, at the beginning of the year, lose some weight, get in shape, that kind of thing. And so he started using the vitamins and the protein then. He has been using the products for, I don't know, it's got to be like 18 years. He has moved out of town. He lives in Florida. He gets his products delivered down there. And he has been, it's his vitamins and protein every month is on a loyalty order. He orders it every month. That's the power of residual income. I talk to him every once in a while. He every once in a while he's in town. He's like, I forgot my vitamins. Can you meet me at the Target parking lot? We've done that a couple of times. But again, that's the power. It's not just, when I was a young mom, I had Pampered Chef parties, and Pampered Chef products are so good. Half of my kitchen is Pampered Chef. But I don't need Pampered Chef anymore. Right? Yeah. I don't need them anymore because that need is not there. Yeah. We all are looking to, we all should be using supplementation. We all need to clean our house. We all need to clean our face. And, we all want to live well and all of that. So these are products that can help people with that. And so it's, again, that. And I like to mention too, that I don't have to do the research. I don't have to do the testing. I don't have to do that. So I have my own business. Yeah. But it's backed by a company that's been around for 66 years. Yeah. That has that history and longevity, and that's always coming up with new and unique and differentiated products. I don't have to put the money in for that. I just have to talk about it and learn about it, and then sell the new product and educate on the new product. So that's different than having your own business where you're putting the brick and mortar and all of that. Like, it's the opportunity for a click and order online e-commerce type of business for you to be a part of is just, it's tremendous, because we can work from anywhere. I don't have to, I can go on online networking groups that are, that are all over the United States, and I'm able to serve people all over. And so again, that's a great opportunity when people are looking at it, as opposed to having to do a meeting here. And, things have just really changed over the years. And again, with the company that you're partnered with, you just have to look and see how it aligns with you, what your lifestyle is. Again, we've had many join my team from another company that had, very, small, just a few products. And they also, along with that, they had to do fitness workouts. Yeah. And many people are like, I don't know if I'm going to want to do this for the rest of my life. Do I want to do fitness workouts online for the next 5 to 10, 15 years? That's a requirement there. And they were realizing that wasn't fitting into what they wanted. And so they moved over to a company that they don't have to do that. Plus they have this opportunity to serve people in other, we have a whole full line of products, as opposed to just maybe 4 or 5. Right. So, it's just, again, it was, so much has changed throughout the 23 years. And I do still find that people are like, oh, really? You're doing that? I'm like, yes. And I am. I don't know. It served me really well. And people are like, wow, it looks like you've created this life of freedom and flexibility. I'm like, I have. Yes. I look and I feel good. And again, you can do it too. That's what I'm like, you can do it. You don't have to say, wow, I couldn't be you. Well, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? We have this opportunity to create something. I wasn't raised by entrepreneur parents, but I was raised by parents who were always serving others. They were involved in Bible study and prison ministry, and we had foster kids, and we had exchange students. Like, they were always trying to help other people. And I think as a result of that, that's what I want to do. I just want to help you, help those out there, to create a life that you really love. Yeah. Yeah. I love that. Well, we need to have like a part 2 to this conversation. We're just scraping the tip of the iceberg. And and this is with network marketing too. I've been in the industry for 7 years. I've been with 2 different companies. But the thing that I
it's like at this point, you cannot convince me that this is a dumb decision.
Right.
It's like you literally, if you roll your eyes in network marketing, the only thing that tells me is that you just have not actually fully ever understood or had a like a real look behind the scenes of what it actually is. And it does everything you just said, the freedom, the opportunity, that's truly what it has created. And again, my family would be, and 7 years ago when I started, it saved our lives financially, in a season where we did not have a lot of options. Today, it is still saving us financially, as my husband and I are risking everything really, in a sense, to put ourselves out there and start businesses because we've got really big dreams and goals. And I'm just,
and there are some that do want, I've noticed, I mean, it's not for everybody. So, people will be like, well, it isn't for everybody, because some people do like to have a job description and
yes.
a checklist of things to do. And so this isn't for those people, because I've had plenty of them come through my team, and I'm like, I will show you what the behaviors and the vital behaviors, as we call them, of what you should be doing. But it's up to you. And so those that are ambitious, that have big dreams, that, are self-starters, or just, again, want to create something more. Those are the people that should look at this. And I find that, because really who I look to help the most and really talk a lot to these days is women that are my age. I'm 59. Their kids, I'm almost an empty nester. There are many women that their kids have left. A piece of them has stepped out the door, and they're like, is this it? Like, is this it? Like, is there anything else? Like, well, there is. You can create something, and it doesn't have to be huge, but you can create something that gives you purpose.
Yes.
And that puts you around a community of supportive women, men that are doing the same thing, and that can give you some income and give you some freedom. That's who I like to talk to these days, because I find so many women, besides the fact that they don't really like what's happening aging wise, they're like, I don't even know what to do. I can't sleep. My hair's falling out. My skin doesn't look good. Okay, well, we have some solutions for that. Yeah. We can also, you can also be part of something. Because being a mom has been a wonderful blessing to me. But my kids are moving on, and they are all coming home this weekend, almost all of them. But and so I'm so thrilled. But and my husband's still working. So what about me? I'm grateful that I have something to be a part of, that I can make a difference in the world, and I can have an impact. I don't know. I could talk a lot about this, but I really want to emphasize that too. If somebody's listening that's like, but I'm too old to start a business. Well, you really aren't. You really aren't.
No, you are definitely
too old. And again, with what has happened in the last 3 or 4 years, people are living on the road. People are nomadic entrepreneurs, or whatever that's called. You can just have your business from anywhere. And it's a really cool opportunity that I never dreamed about, but it was something that I definitely was looking for, but I never really knew that I was, until I was like, wow, this is really, it's exciting about what the life that I could create, and that other people, you can create it too.
Yeah, I love it. Oh, your story is so inspiring. Okay, where can people find you? Where do you hang out?
Well, I hang out on, of course, on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. I'm, my name, Moyra Gorski, on LinkedIn and Facebook, and I'm Green Gorski on Instagram. You can find me on my website, moyragorski.com, and find my link to my podcast, my, business, my journal, everything that I'm involved in. But I'm pretty active on social, and that's where you can find.
That's great. And I was recently on Moyra's podcast, and so I'm going to be promoting that. So if you're watching, keep your eye out for that. And that will have direct links to the show.
Yeah, because I was going to say, we'll put those links, after this on those different places. And I mean, I have a guide that if people, it's kind of a mind, body, spirit wellness guide that I promote, that talks about, again, the things that you can do every day to promote wellness, and feeling good. So I'll certainly put that link below when this is all posted and things like that. And that's just, again, some tips and tricks, even though there's no magic, but tips and things that people can follow, that can, again, just help them feel and look their absolute best.
Yes, I love it. Well, let's do this again. Thanks
please.
much. Thanks so much for joining me. And again, you look for Moyra on all the social media platforms. You didn't say TikTok, but
I'm not there. I went there for like a hot second and I did like a couple of videos. I'm like, I don't know. I keep
bouncing in. I'm like, I'm going to do TikTok. Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, and I'm back in a phase where I'm doing it again. So who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I know. Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for joining me. And
this was great, Jody. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. So thank you for sharing your story, and we'll have you back again soon.
All right. Take care.
All right.